Is the plastering of your sites a critical activity for your company? Is the quality control of your plaster a problem for you? Would you be interested in bringing down your costs on the square meter of plaster as well as on the square meter of ceilings? Then you must get to know the Turbosol plastering machine. It is an Italian-made equipment manufactured by Turbosol with more than 10,000 units operating all over the world. This machine, in its diesel or electric version, of great simplicity, both in its working principle and in its operation, allows you to mix, transport, elevate and spray mortar at a horizontal distance of 200 meters and at a vertical distance of 60 meters. 2 people are needed for its operation, an helper at the machine and a plasterer at the spray gun. It will allow you to apply between 2 and 3 cubic meters of plaster in 1 hour, depending on the speed you have selected. Thanks to its equalizer lung, the mortar flow is always constant. The spraying of mortar is uniform on the wall, independently from the height in which you are working, as this is made with the air produced by a built-in air compressor. Unique with a recycling system that allows keeping the mortar for a longer time in the machine, thus preventing it from getting hard in the upper. An advanced remote control system allows operating the units without communication equipment. The quality of the mortar is obtained through a good distribution of the sand granulometric curve, with the possibility to use an aggregate size from 0 to 8 mm, forming a homogeneous mix of high quality. By mixing in a mortar mixer with an exact dosage that is uniform in the times, you will obtain the required resistance during your whole plaster job. Operation procedure. With concrete or brick walls, you can first wash the wall with the objective of eliminating impurities in order to prepare your guides and linings. You then proceed to spray a first coat of plaster with a thickness of 1,5 centimeters. After 24 hours in concrete walls and 4 hours in brick walls, you may spray the second coat of a variable thickness depending on what you need to finish up the room. A plasterer will later on pass a straight edge between the guides in order to straighten up the wall until it's finished. With lightweight panels, after washing the wall, you proceed by spraying a flash coat of roughly 6 mm thickness on both sides. This will act as a binding bridge between the polystyrene and the mesh. Once the binding bridge is done, you may prepare the guides in order to receive the first coat and later on the second coat of a variable thickness until the room is finished. If working with lightweight panels, you must take the precaution to load both sides simultaneously until the room is finished. We can ensure that your cost by square meter of plaster will diminish of 50% in housing and 60% in large building projects compared to the value obtained with the traditional system. It's also possible to plaster over formwork smooth wall without bush hammering by applying a high-pressure washing with the objective of cleaning the wall and removing the excess of demolding chemicals, followed by thin layer with admixtures, on top of which you can proceed to plaster. We can observe the Turbosol plastering machine model ECO 29, single-phased, of similar characteristics and a performance of 1,5 cubic meters of mortar per hour, at a maximum height of 15 meters. For the reasons previously listed, the TurboSol plastering machine should not miss in your sights. Join us, as others have done, and adopt the new technologies to lower your costs.